e rile fa le tlhabala la bone kgwedi ena Mopitla e tlhola malatsi a le 10 mono Mabatho mošate wa Bophuthatswana o tsone le gore a nna a puso ya ga Tautona His Excellency Kgosi Lucas Manyane Mangope e santse e busana kgotsa maloko a AWB a tsere puso.
To see what was going on, we stopped at the entrance. We told people who we were, and they got very aggressive very quickly and started beating John Battersby and myself. We left for a little while, and they overtook our car. We had another round of beating, very ugly language, ugly beating, irrational, crazy behavior. A lot of boots in my face, brandishing a knife at the end, threatening to kill us, threatening to shoot us. Fairly heavy stuff.
Did they take anything from you, Rob?
No, they didn't. I think they took John's keys, but miraculously they ripped his keys out of his car, but his car key stayed in the ignition, which is the only reason we were able to leave.
They took somebody's bags.
Okay, it's John Battersby. I'm the correspondent for the Christian Science Monitor. I was driving with Paul Taylor of the Washington Post on the airport road to the Air Force Base. We passed a convoy coming out of the Air Force of about 90 vehicles with armed right-wing guys. We got to the entrance of the Air Force Base and we pulled into a lay-by at the side, and we went up to talk to some AWB guys, and we said we were from the press. So they just went crazy. They started beating us. I got a few blows in the kidneys, blows in the backs, and that came later. We pulled out. We went out. We saw a Red Cross vehicle coming in, so we turned around, followed the Red Cross vehicle, and waited at the side of the road. And the people who'd beaten us up in the first place came back, stopped, beat us up much worse this time. They got me on the ground. They were banging my head on the ground, swearing abuse. They were laying into Paul. He got very badly beaten in the mouth, in the face, kicked us they were kicking us everywhere. They took the keys away, but fortunately the ignition keys stayed in they got the rest of my bunch of keys. The ignition keys stayed in. We drove off, and we were nearly back in town when they caught up with us again, aimed the guns at us, forced us off the road, came back, beat us up. They smashed in the front of the car with the rifle butts, the bonnet of the car, called us all kind of imaginable abuse, beat us up again. The tall guy drew a knife on Paul and started making as if he was going to stab him, and I just started screaming at him.
How did you manage to get away?
Well, again, miraculously, the ignition key was still there, and we then drove off and drove through the township and met up with a guy on the outskirts of Mafeking who took us on a sort of back route, and we landed up here. We no sooner got here than the firing started, so we laid down again, now we're just trying to get some sort of first aid and stuff, because I've got swellings all over the bloody place.
Please, that's it, guys. We got to go.
Okay.
The state president of Bophuthatswana, Kgosi Mangope, announced this morning that he would be recommending to a special sitting of the Bophuthatswana Parliament on Tuesday that Bophuthatswana takes part in the upcoming general election. A political party, the Northwest Christian Democratic Party, has been registered with the IEC for participation in the forthcoming elections. President Mangope said, "I intend vigorously to lead this party in the election to demonstrate where the sympathies of the people of the Northwest Province lie. For this reason, I will on Tuesday propose to the Parliament of Bophuthatswana for participation in the upcoming election, which intention I already announced to the head committee of my party on Thursday this week." President Mangope said he had decided to publicly announce his recommendation in advance of Tuesday's special parliamentary session in view of the urgency and gravity of the current political situation in Southern Africa, and in the hope that this would make a positive contribution to resolving tension and uncertainty in the region. President Mangope said that this announcement should delegitimize all reasons for strikes and other actions, and that it addresses the major concerns that have been raised. I remain supportive of the concept of mediation, which will lead to a resolution of all outstanding constitutional differences, and will promote and participate in negotiations to to realize such mediation.
Thank you. Will he continue his alliance with the Afrikaner Weerstandsbeweging?
I'm not in a position to answer any further questions. That is the statement, and that is all I'm prepared to say.
Where is the president? Is he in Bophuthatswana?
Oh yes, the president's in Bophuthatswana. Yes. No, he would probably be on his way to his residence in the country now. Yes.
Did he invite the Afrikaner Volksfront to come into the city?
Not to my knowledge.
Will he be asking them to leave?
I cannot answer that question.
Are you aware that 3 have been killed this afternoon?
I'm not aware of those developments. Gentlemen, I've made the statement. That is it.
Has the Bophuthatswana government given the South African government permission, is apparently asking for, to send the SADF into Greater Bophuthatswana as opposed to the embassy?
I'm not aware of the circumstances there. I also suggest that you bounce that type of question off the South Africans themselves. That is all. Thank you very, very much.
Talk to us later.
Emma stand!
Ritsile ya ka mogara go rantsa go tsena ka ritsile mogare ya kana ritsile mogare kana no re mogare go